I'm with all that. Fuck a good and then I fall back, yeah, I'm with all that. Send a nigga where his dog at, yeah, I'm with all that. Hit the plug and never call back, bitch, I'm with all that.
Okay, welcome everybody to Play Some Real Pressure. And we have a special guest, Miss Philondashea. So we're gonna go ahead and let her tell y'all about herself.
Okay, so my name is Philondashea. I'm 33. I got 6 kids. I'm a CNA, and I'm a lit bitch.
Okay, so let's get into a little bit of who Philondashea is. So let's start off from the beginning. Let me do this real quick. One second, y'all. I have ADHD.
I don't like these chocos. They irritate.
Okay, I just have to tag her just in case other people was looking and I couldn't do it. Okay, so there we go. So let's get into the beginning part of this. Like, let's start off by like, who is Philondashea? Can you just tell us like off the general like who you are?
I'm basically a hardworking person. I'm just a mother of 6 kids, a bad bitch illegally out there. That's Philondashea. I'm lit in real life. If you ever kicked it with me, you know I'm a whole vibe.
You are,
and I'm all about my kids and my bag.
So the reason why I ask that is because a lot of people don't generally know who people are. They just go off of basically who they see or what other people tell them. So let's take it back to the back when your mama was busting it back. How was the growing up life, and like how many siblings did you have? Like how many of them were you guys?
So my mom has 6 kids, 4 boys, 2 girls. My upbringing was amazing. My mom owned daycare. She had 3-4 daycares. She owned 3 corner stores. You know, I really grew up spoon-fed. Like, I had no worries. Like, anything I want, I got. My mom and my dad was married most of my life. They got a divorce in my older years. So, basically, my childhood, it was amazing.
So, can you give me, like, the representation of the 6? Like, is it boy, girl, boy? Like, how is that?
4 boys, 2 girls. I have an older brother. He's in prison. He's been in prison for like the last 10 years.
Like, so the first child was a boy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
First child a boy, second child a boy, third child, which is me, a girl, 4th child a boy, 5th child a boy, the 6th child a girl.
Okay. So it was just, you said it was 3 girls?
No,
4 girls. Oh, 4 boys, 2 girls. Okay. Don't throw me off. Sometimes I got bad ADHD. I can't remember what I got. So. So it was 6 of y'all, and like, how is growing up with 6 of y'all all together? Like, how was the bond like in y'all household?
We had a good bond. Like, we used to get our ass whipped though. Like, my mom and my daddy didn't play. Like, I never was the type of person who could go to house parties or like Club Sugar and all that. The girls we sent, none of that. My daddy did not play.
What?
Like, I wasn't one of those. Like, my daddy them literally cut me and they iced out, like had me working at daycare, had me working up in the store. Like, I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't do nothing. Now the boys, they had way more freedom. They used to be all at Capitol Court, all on 9th Street, because we grew up.
Capitol Court, y'all, is Midtown. Capitol Court is Midtown, y'all. So go ahead.
For real, like, and then we grew up, well, my grandmother, she's still sitting on 9th and Ring, so my brothers was always over there. So that's like one neighborhood.
In the hood, the ghetto.
Yep, by Follett.
I ain't been there. I'm just saying that's the ghetto. That's the hood.
Yeah, it's the hood.
So, by y'all growing up, like real, so y'all all grew up tight, like close. So as y'all grew up and y'all decided to go into your own type of what's the name, like how was it? As far as in like you growing up and you being the 3rd oldest and like dating in your teenage world, how was it? Like,
I didn't really date, I snuck. Like, and my brothers used to always tell me like, oh, she thinks she got a boyfriend and stuff like that. Like, cause I had a body. Like, without them kids, like for real. So
without the kids, you had a body out to eat.
ask the niggas, stay out. For real. So my brothers used to always like tell on me and stuff like that. So dating, I really didn't like start doing it until I was like 17. I called myself having a little boyfriend when I went to Hamilton or whatever. We used to link, but I really didn't start dating until 17, 18.
Okay, and what age did you had your first child?
19.
19. And how was that about getting pregnant when you were 19 and that whole atmosphere of you being the third oldest in this family? You said your mama didn't play, your daddy didn't play. How was that bringing a child into like that whole situation?
Now me being 19, getting pregnant, they was happy. Like they was very supportive. Like my baby had so much stuff. Like I remember my mom had 2 daycares across the street from each other. So I had one baby shower was set up for all kids to be at, the other ones for adults. You know, and it was real nice. I got a lot of stuff. I bought a lot of stuff, of course. So, you know, everybody was like obsessed with my baby. So it was really no worries with being pregnant with her.
And how was it with your baby's father? I'm assuming in the beginning it was probably all nice and like, but how was it like afterwards being 19, navigating being a new mom with?
I never really was in a relationship with him. Like when I said with the sneaking around, like my dad used to have a store and I used to stay in the back of the store and he used to sneak through the window. So that's how I ended up getting pregnant. Like I was never like,
sneak through the window.
yes, he used to sneak through the window. Like
little bro man.
I used to pay my brothers like bags of chips and shit, not to tell them or give him a couple of dollars, but he used to sneak through the window. So I never like was like in a relationship with him. Like he was never really my man.
So how was that maneuvering being co-parents then if y'all weren't together?
It was horrible because when I was pregnant with my daughter and I had my daughter, I think he was out of jail for about a month. He went to prison. And, you know, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was also with my husband, my kids and that.
So you was dating somebody else
while I was pregnant, yeah.
Okay, tell me how that went about because motherfuckers just don't like how was it like oh that's fine.
So I was already like really talking to the other dude, my husband, which was Jay, Jerron, my baby daddy. I was sneaking with him or whatever the case may be. So Jay was with me through, you know, everything because like I said, my daughter dad had went to prison. Mm-hmm. So me and him never had a relationship, and when he got out of jail, you know, he started taking me to court for like custody. We was going through custody battles and stuff. So, you know, me and him never had like a cordial relationship.
How could he take you to custody battles if he was in jail?
When he got out. Like when he wanted to see my daughter and I was like, you know, being bitter, like, no, you ain't staying her, you've been in jail. He took me to court to get his rights.
So you can admit that you was just being bitter?
No, I don't feel like I was being bitter. It's just like I didn't want to be bothered with him. You know?
What do you mean you didn't want to be bothered?
I got a man. Stepdaddy season. Like, this man already taking care of your daughter.
So he don't get a chance because you already found the replacement?
At that point, no.
Okay, we're going to get back to that. I'm for real because I want to come back to that because, like, fuck it, let's do it now. But by you being the person you are now and that mindset back then, would you have changed or made anything different?
Yeah. Probably just being cordial and, you know, being an adult about the whole situation and going back. Because I went through court for years. Like, I was accused of burning that daycare down. And then he had one, like, permanent placement to where I was having to go, like, see my daughter at this, like, facility or whatever. Because, like I said, I had went to jail. The lady had, basically, I was working at a daycare. The lady had accused me of burning her daycare down because she was playing with my money. So I went on Facebook like, yeah, if I don't get my money, bitch, your daycare gonna be on Fox 6 News. Bitch, when I woke up the next morning, the daycare wasn't on Fox 6 News. Like, for real. The bitch had burned her own daycare down. And I was accused of, I was in jail for like 4 days. Literally.
How did they find out you didn't do it?
Technology. I told them that I was at home. What time I made it home, they was like, whatever they did, they said they pinged the towers, and my phone showed that I was at home. They leave. That's how I got off that case.
That's crazy.
Real crazy.
So, how did you feel being accused of being, like, all bullshit aside? Like, I know motherfuckers, like, how you feel, like, but
I
all
feel
bullshit
stupid because I'm
aside.
like, damn, I did say that, and I wouldn't think I really did it. Like, you know, And I'm like, I'm gonna be away from my kids, like, and I think I had just had my twins too. So it's like I got little bitty ass kids, like I don't got no support like that. Like who's gonna watch them?
Dang, that's crazy just to be literally, because like I didn't even know that, but that's crazy to feel like, bitch, you were down like you was going down for arsenal, like you was.
It was that daycare over there. If y'all know where that post office at, it's like on 55th and Center. There's like a post office right there, a gas station. It was a daycare right there on the corner.
I don't even know, but if y'all know, bitch. You putting the motherfucking pieces together, bitch. I didn't know that. So let's go back to the whole, how did you even meet your now husband for, like, while pregnant? How big were you? Like, was it?
I was months when I was talking to him.
Oh, because you said it was just a fly-by situation type shit. And when he found out that you were pregnant, did he at first think it was his? Or did he already know, like...
I ain't gonna lie, I was telling both of them I was pregnant by him.
It's okay, because sometimes bitches do that.
I was telling both of them.
But did you know it wasn't his? Or was it like, bitch, it could be a possibility. I'm not saying it because it...
I feel like it could have been a possibility, but I knew it was more my daughter had. I was just, you know,
because when that situation does happen, most people instantly go to the bed like, bitch, you know, you knew. But sometimes, like you said, that situation wasn't I'm in a relationship.
It wasn't, no, I got a couple of niggas tested. It was only my daughter dad that got tested.
So, that situation go by. And how was y'all, you said you was going to court and all that other stuff. How was it with him outside of the court situation?
Messy, like, so with the whole burning the daycare down thing, I was placed on probation. So, like, you know, him and his wife used to call my probation officer on me, like, get me sent to jail. Like, say, for instance, right now, I argue with them on Facebook. Like, I stayed in jail on probation. Like, they used to stay calling on me for everything.
So, with that situation going the way it is now, how is the situation now? Like, is there some type of communication? Is there any type of...
My daughter is the communication. My daughter's gonna be 14. You know, like if it's something important that he do need to tell me, he'll tell me. But other than I don't call him. We don't talk. We don't text. My daughter is the line of communication, unless it's something we need to talk about as an adult. Like, oh, she was thrown out of school today. What she really do? But I don't communicate with him.
And that's understandable because some people, like, you realize that people aren't who you want them to be or expect to be. And sometimes the communication does need to be cut, even if you do got kids. Some people feel like when you got kids with people, you got to be. I don't got no kids, and even I know you put up with what you want to put up.
I feel like you got your stuff going on. I got my stuff going on. When we need to be parents and talk, like if she get hurt or something, we talk. But other than, you know, I can call my daughter. You need anything? You good? When she on his days or when she on my days, Mama cash at me. That's how I like to keep it.
Okay, say less. So now you and Jay, y'all a big happy family. Y'all move past the whole court cases with the one kid. By this time, when all the court cases is done, how many kids you and Jay got now?
I got 5 other kids.
No, not now. Like now, I'm talking about at the time when all the court cases was over. How many kids did y'all have?
It was all. Jay got an oldest daughter that's not by me. He got another baby mama. They daughter like 15 or 16. But shit, all 7. My 6 is 1.
So then, bitch, all this was going on that long?
Mm-hmm. All my kids I had.
I'm talking about the court cases. How long was the court case?
They was going on for years. Like I still been going like following little emotions when stuff don't go right or something like so. It's been calmed down lately, but like it's been going on for years. When I say years, I mean years.
Oh, okay. I get you. Not to be proud, but I am a little nosy. No, so I was just wondering, like, damn, bitch.
I like to clear it up. I'd rather somebody hear it from my mouth than hearing it from somebody else that don't know nothing about me. They might hear my baby daddy talking about it and getting his view of it and not hearing mine. Because the girls stay saying that when they get into me, oh, she don't got custody of her daughter. Bitch, I do. Like, I do.
So it was a whole situation, like, where would that even come about that you don't have custody? Because every time I see you have all your kids. So does all your kids live with you? Is that where everybody's...
See, when my daughter, me and her dad have split days, so she do go with him.
So she does...
She's in between both of us.
Oh, okay. So
the other kids, they're fully there. So that's why I be trying to get the girls to understand. If my baby was taken from me and I have 5 other kids, don't y'all think all 6 will be gone? Let's be smart here. They don't just come take one baby, because they feel like, her daddy is a better fit. No. If I'm doing something wrong as a mother, they're going to take all my kids, not one kid.
Right. But your only reason you feel as though she was even placed in different custody because of what you had going on with the people.
Yeah, we got split custody, yeah.
So, with that being said, like, we already know, like it was set in the tone with the first baby mama, how it was going to be with the whole mama baby daddy situation. Mm-hmm. So, let's go from there to, like, let's put a pause on the relationship shit because that's stressful as it is in its own. Let's go to the family side of it.
Okay.
So as you're growing, how is your sibling relationship? Like, how is it that you and your siblings are maneuvering life?
So, with the sibling role, we are not as close. I'm close to my little brother. I say my brother Chris, the second oldest. We kind of close. Me and my sister, we not close no more. We used to be really close. Like, that was my baby girl. Like, did her hair, did everything for her. But I feel like with the situation with my mama, it broke us apart.
So we're gonna get to that because I know that's a whole lot, and I know it's gonna be a whole lot like leading up to that whole situation. But let's go on to the brother, like the one that you said that your oldest one that you said you're not close with at all. Like, how did it come to a part where you are not even at least cordial with your oldest brother?
So,
or your father figure. So as people say when they have big brothers, they still say like that's their father.
Yeah, he used to be my dog, like overprotective. So like me and him recently got into it like last year while he in prison. You know, he'll call like, "Yo, sis, keep mom name alive," and all of that. So, you know, me doing me. Mm-hmm. And like you say, I really want to speak on the mom situation, but that's why we fell out. Because like, I got the type of family where if I'm like, okay, my mom death date is coming up, I need every household to give me $20 on food, drinks, whatever. It'll be a gathering at my grandma's house, like, oh, this bitch money hungry.
You talking about every family in the family or just your sibling?
It'll be like all the family, like my mama's sisters, her mother, like they would, you know, my grandma's house be the spot. Like, we one of those families where growing up, all my cousins lived with my grandma. Like, my grandma's house always be.
Right.
It's always some drama. So, like, he would be bragging on, like, oh, my cousins did this, did that for my mom, but then he'll be talking about me like a dog behind my back. So, you know, I had to tell him, like, you know, I'm just cutting you off because I really don't give a fuck about family. My family is the ones that I created.
So, you saying this is a cousin or your brother?
My brother. He'll be praising my cousins, like, say, for instance, if I did something for him, like, put money on his books, answer his calls, do this, like, bro, I did this, he'll be like, oh, her cheap ass ain't gonna put no real flowers. Like, you know, I work a lot, so I don't put real flowers on my mama's wall no more. She in a wall. I go, you know, Dollar Tree or somewhere, I make the pretty bouquets, the colors, so they can last longer. He'll have a problem with that, like, nigga, you in a whole jail, why are you mad about me doing what's right?
Right.
So we fell out about that, and I don't speak to him no more.
So y'all, let me get it straight. So y'all technically fell out solely because of only what he says about you to other people.
Yeah. Not
just mainly about the flowers. I don't want people to get it.
It's like, about the flowers and about him talking about me like I'm your sister behind my back. Like,
that's the main thing. The flowers is just this happens on the cake. Because you don't want people to assume like you being this petty, like you cutting your brother off over some flowers.
No, I couldn't want because I'm real big on loyalty. It's like I don't want to be sitting up in your face, me and you cooler than you talking about me like a dog behind my back, but then you need me. That don't sit right with me. I don't like when people do shit like that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. So that's the reason why you cut him off. Mm-hmm. Now all your other, so that leaves you with what?
Three other brothers and a sister.
One of them you said you were cool with.
So one, my little brother, he just went to prison for a whole little shindig
situation.
I help him out when he need me. He called me. He said, "Sis, tell me this. I'm sending it." Mm-hmm. I got another brother. He my third oldest brother. I don't jam with him at all. He act like a bitch. He messy. Like, he stood up. He got, like, he'll hear me and you talking. He'll go over to his family house like, oh, did you hear them? They said this, they said that. He act like a girl. It's giving sassy. So, you know, I don't invite him over my house or none of that. Like, we don't chill.
So at no point it can't be. So is that
no? Because it's like, okay, you won't have kids, so you won't feel where I'm coming from. My other brother will call me like, hey, he was at, you know, grandma and I'm talking about your kids like a dog, like all them little spoiled bitches and disrespectful stuff. So it's like, I don't play about my kids. We can't jam ever.
Oh, so
I love
one
you.
of the people who just
You
it's a thin line. Oh, it's a thin line.
I don't play about my kids. I'm all they got. I don't play about my kids.
You did you ever like sit and ask?
It ain't nothing to talk about. I know him as a person.
So it's already confirmed.
He do it to my dad.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, he act like a girl. Like my father been kind of going through it since my mom died, even though they ain't been together. Like he put my dad out on the street, so I took my dad in.
And they feel some type of way about that?
They can. That's my only parent alive. I'm gonna do whatever.
So the next one, you got one more left.
My sister. I told you about the brothers.
Okay, yeah, you told me about the one you cool with, and then you told me about the other two, and then your sister. Yeah, why you and your sister, aside from the mom situation, were y'all cool before that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me about y'all relationship.
My little sister always been like my rollie, like my babysitter, like my girl. That was my baby sister. I do whatever for her. We basically fell out about my mom passing.
Okay, do you want to elaborate on like how that whole situation even came about? Because a lot. Okay, so basically your mom was killed by a car accident, right? Or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So how did that even come about?
So basically all I know is I was at the club. Mm-hmm. You know, I had some Ring cameras on. My little sister came like beating on my door, enraged, like, she never said my mom was dead. She basically was telling me that my mom's guy friend that she had at the time jumped on her. And this was like the second time this week she did it. So my kid's father was like, you know, let's go. And my mom died across the street from my house at that. My mom stayed literally 1 block away from me. Over there on 76th.
Like a block up?
Mm-hmm. So like I stayed on 76th Street. It's a gas station and my mom stayed behind the gas station. I'm in front of the gas station. So we went around there. And as we got up in the car or whatever, I'm like, damn, it look like it's a dead body in the street. So still not thinking nothing of it. We go, my kid's dad parking like a roundabout, like down the street from my mom's building. He get out, but I'm like, damn, this nigga taking too long. What the fuck is going on? Like, is he down there beating a nigga ass for my sister or what? So, you know, I get out the car or whatever.
Oh, so she came and said her man. I thought you said your mom man.
She was saying my mom's guy friend jumped on her, my little sister.
Oh, jumped on her? I thought she was saying like jumped on her.
So basically my husband was going to ride for her. You know?
Yeah, okay. That's why I was lost there when you said beat up for her. I'm like, I thought he jumped on the mama. No, he jumped on her. Mm-hmm. Why? Okay, side note, why would your mama boyfriend be jumping on your sister?
I guess they was getting into little arguments all the time where they was, you know, all living in the same house, they weren't getting along. And my sister would think my mama's siding with him. Type, you know how they be.
Type shit.
If you tell me to calm down, like, oh, you taking up for this nigga? So that's how that, you know, basically went.
Okay, so your man got out the car, he was down there for 2
So
hours.
he parked, like, say for instance, this like my mom's house area down there. He parked us in the slab, was like, y'all stay in the car. Mm-hmm. But at this point, I'm like, okay, he's taking a little bit too long. So I go down the street, but he immediately get up and start running and like tackling me. And I'm like, you can't see that. That's your mom. That's your mom on the ground. That's not a real person. So at that time, the ambulance coming too, like circling. They take my mama, so like I don't know what's going on. My husband, like, you know, it looked like her brain open, it looked like her eye popped out. So at this point, I'm going crazy. Mm-hmm. I get to calling all my cousins, waking them up who I just came from the club. You know, with everybody come to the scene. You know, they got my mom. I never like miscellaneous name that ain't her name when I'm calling to check on her, or whatever the case may be. So my mom had died at Freighter, like an hour later after they took her. So I get to just going crazy, panicking. I go up to the hospital. You know, my mom and family talking stuff to me because, of course, it's my little sister involved, or whatever.
So why they talking shit to you?
That's how my family is.
What the fuck they got to do with it? Because you're the oldest?
That's how they is, girl.
Okay, so let's take it to back to you in the car. I mean, not in the car. You realize it's your mom. Y'all going there. I know the first thing you said, what the fuck happened?
He didn't let me see my mom on the ground. Like, I never even got close.
I know that. I'm saying I know first thing is going through your mind is what the fuck happened. Like, how did you get to the point where you find out what happened?
Like, about the whole situation?
About how it started.
To
even get to
my sister's side and then the camera side. There was a camera that caught footage of everything that happened.
And what was the side she get? Let's start off with her side.
And then my brother's side too, because my brother was freshly out of prison. My brother had been in jail for like 12 years.
So he was there too?
The second oldest brother was also in jail for a long time. He had just got out. He wasn't even out a month. Like he haven't been around my mom for 12 years. So he was fresh out like a month, and my mom.
So both of them was there.
Yep.
Okay, so first give her side. No, give the brother side.
He basically just said my little sister and the gentleman was arguing that he was poking his hand in my sister's face. My sister was calling him bitches and threatening to have her boyfriend come shoot him. Blah blah blah. So at this time, my mom not really having a business no more. She was a dialysis technician. My mom had to be at work at 3 o'clock in the morning, like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. So around this time, she's supposed to be at work at the time she deceased.
Right.
So my mom is like on her way to work, and at this building that she lived in, it's only one way in and one way out. Mm-hmm. So technically, I guess from how I'm looking at it, my mom was on her way to work. My little sister jumped in her car behind my mom. You get what I'm saying? My mom's car is right here at a standstill. My sister's car behind her.
Oh, so your mama was leaving the house
to go to work, yeah.
And your sister hopped in her car. Okay, so this is my thing. So your mom, her car wasn't her. She was walking to her car.
No, my mom was in her car, right? Let me tell you the story.
Okay, because
my mom was in her car. My little sister left behind my mom and got in her own vehicle. Okay, so the gentleman that my little sister was arguing with, my sister outside making a big commotion. Mm-hmm. He comes to my little sister passenger side of the window because that's all on camera. He pulls a gun with a beam out on her. At that time, she's screaming. You can see my mom jump out her driver's side. My little sister maneuver her car back and swipe around, and at that time, my mom jumping out. She hit her and threw her body down the street. That's how she died.
So how did your sister explain it?
She basically be like, I don't know if I did it. I don't remember. I panicked out.
So how does the man who came and pointed the gun at your sister explain?
He ain't gotta explain shit to me. Like, you a part of the reason she dead. He popped up to my mom's funeral trying to talk to me and whatever the case may be. I feel like he had stolen a few things from my mom. He still had my mom's car and stuff. Like, it was just a whole big thing, like, when my mom passed.
So now we at the stage of burying her.
Yeah.
Because I heard that was a whole debacle in itself.
That's my mama. I don't care if you birthed her. No, that's my mama. So we gonna do it my way. Everybody wanted to do it their way. No, that's not your. I understand that's y'all sister, y'all mama, y'all ain't. That's my mother. So we all can have some opinions and come together to talk about it. But I mean, I feel like everything that was planned, I sent her the way she wanted to go.
So how was it? So basically, you were treated like the outcast.
They tried to treat me like the outcast, but I wasn't going.
But that was because of the fact of you were at a place where you wasn't feeling as though everybody was on the same page about the whole situation.
It was a whole situation like, oh, they robbed her while she was on the ground. They stole her kids. Remind you, I just told you I never saw my mom on the ground. So, it was a lot of accusations, and they was going to. My mama wasn't even dead 24 hours, bro. Everybody at her house taking wigs, panties, bras, couches, just doing the most.
You lie. You exaggerate. Not saying you lie because it's your account, but I'm just saying you over exaggerate. Motherfuckers wasn't stealing all that type of shit.
They was taking whatever they want. Like, motherfuckers wasn't being genuine. The love was not there.
Understandable. So, what point did it come to where you wasn't even letting other people's opinions on your mother's funeral come into play, that it was solely?
So it was one auntie that I did, like me and my auntie, her name, Dietrich. We was at pictures together, like, we think she'll like this casket, I had the man, Mario, wrap her casket and stuff. You know, me and her was like on the same agenda. It was more of everybody else.
So, okay, after you did all that, with all that going on, with everybody being pissed off about the situation, did everybody still show up?
They was weird. They showed up. We did my mom 2 different repasses. They did their repass, I did my repass. That's how petty they was.
You is bullshit. Like,
I'm dead serious.
I don't even want to laugh but I'm just laughing because, like, you can't be serious.
I'm dead serious. Like, we did our own separate repasses. Like, we all attended the funeral. I did my mom repass and they did their own repass. So it had people stuck in the middle like, damn, do I go show her kids love or do I go show her mama love?
So
I didn't give a fuck.
You weren't invited to the other one?
Nope.
Okay. That's fucked up. Like, not to say it like that, but you start to realize how people honestly treat you, and people like to say, you know,
they've been like this since we were little. My mom always had houses to build, all type of shit, and they always like talked about my mom like, you know, but they worked for my mom. Oh, that bitch thinks she better than her kids think, because my mom really didn't stand out of their house. So all this shit when my mom died, this is nothing new. My family has always been like this forever. They still like this. They fight each other. You know, this is how they always been. And that's why my kids don't go around.
And it be like that because not all the time is family solely what you were born into. Because sometimes the family you create and the family you make, not saying like your kids, but like your friends, sometimes your friends be stronger family members than your actual friends. And it be them type of bonds that you have to place as a human being. That's why when I set boundaries for myself, I set them for standards for everybody and not just for the people who I'm pissed off at. It's everybody. So people just don't understand those.
It's like this, like when y'all see me write them posts and I'm like, I'm cooking, because I know how to cook. Mm-hmm. My siblings welcome. It's like I ain't kissing nobody's ass. I auntie a cut up. I will auntie a bitch. I will uncousin a bitch. I don't kiss ass. My siblings, on the other hand, they act like they can't live without them people. I don't go around. Like, you would never see me around. Now I do got some cousins that I might go to ladies night with. I jump. That's about 3, 4, 5 of them. Other than, I don't fuck with the rest. I stay away. My kids don't go around. I don't go around. I ain't kissing nobody's ass. I don't give a fuck about family. Like, I got the ones I love that I fuck with, but the other ones, it's fuck them.
So, let's get into the whole situation. Okay, after your mom's funeral, the repass and this whole situation, because I heard that it was also a whole situation where your sister ended up going to jail.
Mm-hmm. She never really been in jail like this. She been fighting her case in the streets. She just got
And that's what I was just gonna ask. Like, so at what point did she ever really go to jail? Because
I don't feel like she was in jail like that, because she was still out working. She was still out doing her. Like, she fought her case from the streets. Like, I was the main contact on the district attorney, you know, thing. So I saw all the camera footage, everything. I went to court, you know, on her sentencing day, and I did let them know, you know, I told them, like, my mom and my little sister was close, and I would never think that my little sister was just like her and my mom intentionally. But I'm like, you know, with my mom death, my little sister, she just been weird. Like, she be going crazy, she be snapping out on people, threatening to kill them. Like, she just be spazzing out. Like, she going through it. She fighting her demons for real.
You think that because of the situation that this is taking?
I popped up at the graveyard. Like, I haven't been up there in a little bit. I need to go up there, but I have popped up at the graveyard, and my little sister don't even know I'm coming, and she be out there laying on the ground, screaming, crying. You know, so I'm not saying she not hurt behind it. Like, she intentionally did it, but like, she a part of why her mom is dead.
So how do you handle the notion of knowing that and knowing that that's still your sister?
The reason why I had really cut her off, because when I was telling her I was
you cut her off too?
All of them. She was basically like, bitch, I'll kill you and your kids too. That was my mama. Like, she was just being weird. You know, and then I waited like a year or so. I let her, you know, come over to my house recently to like a barbecue. And she just still would do weird stuff. So I'm like, yeah, you gotta stay away.
Why is everybody coming at you like this?
No, she do it to everybody. She don't do it. She do it to my
I'm
dad.
just saying, period. Like,
they say that I'm the favorite. They say I'm my mama's favorite. They say I'm my dad's favorite. They say all my dad do is sit up and brag on me. And on my mom, she was like, and all she ever did was, you need to be more like Shay Shay. She was like, so yeah, you her favorite child, her favorite daughter.
everybody feel like you got a big shoe to fill.
Yeah.
So, with feeling like that and knowing that, how did y'all relationship? I understand it was her demons, but what point that you was just like, okay, I'm good. Even I'm even with all the situations, the court cases and all that, but meaning like you really good.
I was like, I'm really good on her because it's like at a time we grown as a bitch. Who likes drama? Like I told you, my family's into it. I told her, I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna fuck with you, I'm like, you already beat your case. You on probation or whatever you I'm like, get you a job. You have no kids. You should have a house. You should have a car.
So you stood by her side.
And I was telling her, like, being positive, like, stay away from them, bro. They mean you no good. They call you a PO every day. I'm like, and if I find out you back fucking with them, I'm done fucking with you. Next day, I get a call. Your sister over there being nasty. Got this person sent to jail. I text her, like, I'm good on you. I have blocked her on Instagram and stuff, and I've been good on her. Because it's like, I'm grown. I got my own kids. I got my own problems, and I'm fighting. Like, I don't even feel like I really healed from my mom's death yet. Like, everything be on me. Like, so, I don't got time for it.
So that's going on. All that's going on. We got to keep moving.
Okay.
And while that's moving and that's grooving, you still got all your kids. Mm-hmm. You got your first baby daddy drama still going on.
It died down. I can say that, like, it's been a little more cordial or whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Around this time, it's become cordial. Right. Is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. So around this time, your baby daddy drama and all that other shit has died down. You finally get some rest over there.
Yep. And then it's my husband.
I was just going to say, so now we're going to come to your husband drama. Now you finally getting some peace. Your family getting some drama. You cutting everybody off. You at home. You locking yourself in. You start to realize, when did you finally start to realize this nigga keep bringing me stress? So, like, after my mom passed, I feel like, damn, my husband he was a big support, like, and he could be a good dude. But he could be an anxious ass nigga like the rest of these motherfuckers. So, you know, I was at the bar with one of my friends, like, you know, I feel like I be going out more too since my mom passed, drink a little more or whatever. So I was at like bar 41 one day, me and my friend, we literally had just got there and sat down. I get a little, you know, video message from, I ain't finna reveal the names, one of my homegirls. Mm-hmm. The nigga at the bowling alley with a bitch. So, you know, I had just paid for a hookah. We just had paid for a bottle. We had all that shit. And you don't play about your hookah, as I can see.
So they was at around there bowling alley. Me and her speed up there.
Okay.
I go up there. I hit the nigga in the back of his head. I guess the bitch, it was her turn to bowl. Whatever the case may be. So it was a real big old thing at the little bowling alley, or whatever the case may be. Me and the bitch about to fight. Her sisters and them there, like, he on an island with this bitch and her family. Yeah.
Just went on. Well, he proved to be a family man in the beginning.
Yeah.
So he over there with this bitch family, enjoying life.
He hit his bitch when I come. He left her there, like, me and my friend there.
He leave with y'all, or he hop in the car
he hopped in his
and run away
and run.
Oh, okay. He hop in his car and he run. So after that, how did you? Because this is the first time you finding out about any of his.
Why bitches be thinking I know I don't go through no nigga phone? I probably went through that man's phone twice, like in the beginning. I don't check niggas' phones because what's done in the dark is gonna come to the light. So like I said, it was brought to my attention, and that's how I found out.
You handled it. So after you handled that situation, now you're on your P's and Q's. Mm-hmm. After you be on your P's and Q's and you find out about this, like, how do you handle? Because okay, what point did y'all get married? Like, let's back it up. At what point?
We've been married since I had my last baby, Journey. She 8, and we've been married 8 years.
And what year is that? Like,
2016.
I would say, yeah, just help me out. 2016. Mm-hmm. So y'all were together from before that, before the marriage. How long?
About 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years before that, and then so all that time before the marriage, you ain't see nothing.
He done got caught up with little simple stuff, like it used to be baby mama drama with his baby mama or little shit. It wasn't nothing to be like, okay, it used to be like little shit, like we still young as a bitch. We got married in our 20s, like when I was 21.
Right.
So I mean, like he done got caught up doing some shit before and not did it. You know what I'm saying? But like this,
there wasn't nothing too.
This the shit that's still going on.
Yeah, like, but you figured like the other stuff that was going on wasn't nothing major. Like,
I feel like it was stuff that we can get over as a couple.
Right.
You know?
So you move past it. He's still a great dude. He's a damn good father. You moving on. This happened. How do you handle this as being the first time you actually
physically kept?
Yeah.
Like we was arguing real bad. I made him get out. So like my little get back was I had my cousin, her brother had passed away, and we was at Rigo Bigo. I met a little nigga there. He lied to me about his age. Of course, we're gonna get on that or whatever the case may be. But I had my little get back was, man, I just called him up cheating. We married. I'm sick of his shit. Like I'm finna give me a new nigga. So that's what I did.
So you got you a new nigga, or you just?
I was just having fun with him.
Fast food shit.
No, I still be talking to him or whatever, but
he cool. So let's dab on, because I might not get a chance to come back because you know I got real bad ADHD. I proved and showed you that earlier. So how old did he say he was?
He told me he was like 28.
How old was he?
Girl, so at this time, me and the nigga Facebook friends, girl. The nigga was only 22.
So he was a baby.
Yes.
He was a baby. Okay, but he proved to be a good dude, so because he was still, you still jammed with him. So how do you even, like, so this is being the first time, how do you even tell a dude, like, I'm married though?
I tell everybody I'm married. So it don't be no shit. I'm like, when I met him on my shit, I'm married, but I call my husband cheating, we done. Type shit. But me and my husband wasn't done, we ended up getting back together.
But that sufficed enough for me. Right. So that proved not to be nothing you was on. You decided we gonna try home again. How did that go about?
It was like, it was messy as a bitch. Like the bitch will like find right on my Facebook, like inbox me several messages and unsend them.
This is going through the time when you found the whoop-de-woo every week.
Mm-hmm.
So when you found the whoop-de-woo, his hoes felt that it was okay to harass and disrespect you?
Harass me, yes. He was harassing me too. Like he was coming to jump up around the porches, like beating on the door, running from the front door to the back door. Like especially when him and the nigga popped up at the same time. Like he had came to take my daughter and them to the daddy-daughter dance, and they both popped up at the same time. So I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Did he get a chance to get in?
He came in. He came in. He was on that.
But that's crazy. So he finally decided once he sees the new nigga.
He must have wanted to tell the bitch about it or whatever. They got the inbox of me going live, just doing weird ass shit back to back.
So the bitch you caught him with at the bowling alley is the bitch who was harassing him on the phone, like, cause they felt like now he got back with her. He felt like this is what I want to do. Let's talk about you together.
Let's be clear. The bitch already knew that this nigga was married. She agreed to be a side bitch to him. Her friend, who knew I was his wife, had already told her he's married. So if you want to play a side bitch to a nigga, how do you feel like a nigga's gonna treat you if you agree to be his side bitch? Like, we on trips from what I'm hearing. The bitch watching us on our trips like, oh, they look cute. Oh, they went there. Bitch, how about you? Why the nigga not taking you nowhere? You know, she just was weird. Basically, she was one of them bitches that like to get her pussy wet by nigga. Like, he was a good fuck for her.
So with that going on, and you go back, and you decide to go back, how is it the second time you go back? The second time you go back.
He was just telling me like how he was gonna do right, he was gonna do this, he wanna be right with his family, but he basically was just filling my head up. Like, yeah, he was giving me lies. Like, he basically loved it here, but he loved a slut bitch that's gonna do what he tell her, you know, to do. So it's like he basically loved his wife, but he want a side bitch that he can go have threesomes with and, you know, dog out and do stuff like that. Cause that shit ain't flying with me. I don't do shit like that, so.
Wow. Okay. So now y'all are trying to be a happy home, right? a lot of stuff is going on. You still trying to find your peace because, again, a lot of stuff keeps happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you finally get over this whole situation that's going on, how do you find out again that it was another situation?
The bitch will always write me on Facebook and unsend the messages or write a post or have her friends write me, like it was always something.
So that's how you found out
he was still doing him, still talking to her because, like I told him, I'm a woman.
So
ain't
it's
no
the same person.
It's the same. It was the same bitch, yeah. So I was like, as a woman, ain't no bitch gonna keep bothering nobody if y'all ain't fucking around. You gotta be giving this bitch some type of conversation. Like I'm not, no, I don't fuck with the bitch, but turn out like the bitch get to being, you know, when he get on live talking about her with me, she'll get the post and receipts like that. He was still fucking around with her and talking to her.
Right.
She don't owe me no loyalty. He did. He my husband.
So how did that translate into you now getting into it with ones that was once your friend?
The bitch that was my friend that I got into it with.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it used to be a bitch that used to do my makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I don't even know if her baby daddy type shit like that. Like I physically known and seen your baby daddy. So, you know, me and her, I guess we was jamming with the same nigga. And, you know, I was telling her best friend about it or whatever the case may be. The best friend went back and told her.
Why would you be telling her best friend?
Because me and her weren't really talking like that. And I was like, damn, I didn't know she fucked with him. And, you know, shit like that. And the friend went back and, you know, made it her way. So I guess she was more still like, you know, me and you talk. You should have came to me if you was fucking with my nigga. Like, bitch, I don't even know this your nigga. You know? Mm-hmm. Or whatever. So she was texting me like long ass, like Martin Luther King speeches. Like, she had a dream. Like, her feelings was hurt. You know? And as a woman, I'm like, you know, it's Mother's Day. My mom deceased. I don't want to go over this topic right now. You know, I'll hit you, you know, tomorrow, whatever you want to know as a woman. I'm willing to tell you. Mm-hmm. We all know bitches. The next day, she asked me to send everything I needed to send. I sent it. The bitch get on Facebook, get to trolling, get to posting whatever the fuck she want to post. She ain't posting no video I sent of me and the nigga or no pictures of me and the nigga. She posting like basically, the nigga gave me cash for cash tax. And I ain't gonna lie, like when I first started jamming with the nigga, on the first day of meeting him, he was cashing for me $300-$400, like, hey, get you and your girl some models. Like, me, you know, with me giving me money, like, you know, show me a good time. So, you know, bitches gonna leave out the real to make the next person look bad.
You were messing with this dude on the second time you found out your husband was on the other shit.
Right.
So how did that trans into like, because if she wasn't messing with him, you were messing with him, why did it have to be a problem?
That's what I felt like, because we knew each other. Like, you know, honestly, she was doing my makeup, so we would have like little conversations about my husband, him cheating in a chair, and I ain't gonna lie, she done came to a party I had before for like an hour, and you know, my kids like her baby, like they used to call her baby cousin. But like I said, me and her never had like no deep conversations like, oh bro, look at him, I'm fucking with him. Like, you know, I only knew her for her baby daddy because she was in love with her baby daddy. Like, I never knew no other niggas like.
But when you found out, was it a big thing to because this is something that I'm finding out, which is new amongst the straight girls, because I'm a lesbian. You straight girls, we got something different, because like I throw out the gate my territory. Even if my territory is old territory, that's my territory.
When a man try to talk to me, the first thing I say, when they say, I'm married, we haven't got a divorce yet, are you talking to someone? I make it known. That be on them niggas. I don't know if they right or not. No, I'm single, you know?
And but when you find out it's somebody you at least know, how do I understand the whole I don't owe you no loyalty because I'm not your friend or we're not friends per se? Like, how does that translate into getting into it with somebody? If you didn't feel that we were friends or they didn't feel that you were friends, where did?
I mean, I don't know what her problem was, but I did have cut him off and she back with him, I guess. So.
Oh, you just had her best ass eater. Cause you know,
cause the dick one dicking, so there's nothing there.
Oh, I didn't even know about the I didn't even know about the situation.
I had cut him off, so.
Because I found out that the girls will fight you for the ones that they don't really want, but also really, really don't want to go nowhere.
She definitely wanted to fight, and it was like so childish. She even went to Facebook, start comparing kids, and you know, childish stuff like posting pictures of me, like just doing a little bit too much all up over a nigga, like, you know.
And all the while, you still married.
Still married.
So that situation died down because obviously, did you?
They got the inbox to my husband talking about some they want to fuck with him and shit, like, you know, doing shit that bitches do.
And then the end, because we found out when your man find out you've been messing around, he goes back home.
It's never been a secret. If he asks, I'm telling.
No, but I'm just saying when he finds out,
Yeah,
he goes. He wants to come back home.
Yeah.
So y'all went back home. Y'all went back home again after this situation. What point did you feel like it was the last straw? Because you said today and stated like, you know, we separated. We
separated, like, it's for real, like.
What was the last straw?
The last straw was like he was drunk and he had put his hands on me or whatever. And he had never did that before. And then just, you know, he was using my car one day to do something for my kids, and the bitch calling him back to back, but you telling me you don't fuck with her, but then while we on the outs and you still begging to get your family back, get your wife back, I must have been going out on, you know, solo. I go out alone. Like, I be feeling like if a bitch want to do something, do it. I'm always out solo. So I must have stopped at the gas station to get some gum. He in the car with the bitch, the same bitch that he's been cheating with through his marriage. So I'm like, we was already like separated, but it's like, damn, you write me every day, I want to try, I want to come home, I want to be a family to our kids, and you basically still jamming with this bitch. So I was like, you know, I don't deal with him. So, he don't live with me, I don't deal with him.
So at this point, you really onto just rather nigga just go your separate ways. Not all marriages always have to end in divorce. My mama showed me a true testament of that.
We ain't gotta be divorced, but we ain't together, and I definitely want a divorce.
And that's how it usually be, but the males usually be at like they don't want.
He don't want.
I was just about to say.
He said that he feel like it's still hope, but I don't know who gave him the fucking. I don't know who telling him that it's hope, because I don't feel like there's no hope. Because I feel like he did so much. I feel like he broke me in so many ways. Like, I feel like I'd rather just co-parent with him. Like, he could be a cool dude. I'd rather be like, just be cool with him. I don't want to be with him no more.
So, as you're moving on, you find you a new dude. Mm-hmm. You move on.
I don't got no man. I'm single. But I do got a dude I probably link up with just for drinks or to smoke, but I don't know.
What I mean by like you have a main whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah, I got somebody I like. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you got your little whoop-de-whoop. And
I guess somebody wrote my husband about that. Was like, I don't know how true, he was like, he don't know how true it is, but somebody told me they've been seeing you at the bar with a dude. I'm like, why people minding my business? We're not together.
I can't tell you why. Because good tea is good tea. You understand, but you feel like it's not no tea. You standing there with that.
It's no tea. When he asks, I tell him. I don't lie. I ain't gonna give him no name. But if he asks me like, you fucking with a nigga, you talk, yeah. You doing you?
Understandable. It's very understandable. So you move on from that and you go how through all of this is going on. So you have the mama situation, the sister situation, the brother situation, the whole everything going on. How do you still have time to like be that mama where you I see you put your kids in all different type of designers, y'all go on trips, y'all do all that. How do you still play that part of the super mom?
I feel like whatever a nigga taking me through, whatever a bitch on the street taking me through, is not getting in the middle of my mother, my motherly duties. Like, my kids, I love them wholeheartedly. I'm gonna do whatever. Ain't nobody finna get in the middle of my parenting. So, when I got shit, I got so many kids, I plan in advance. I don't do shit last minute. Like, if I know I wanna take my kids to Disney World, I'm gonna pay on that. I'm gonna start buying outfits this week. That's how I be able to do what the fuck I wanna do, because I plan in advance. I have a routine. Anybody who know me, they know. My kids ain't gonna be playing on no furniture. I don't play that. Like, it's all about structure. I feel like my kids could be bad at the bitch, don't get me wrong. But it's about structure. They know what to do and what the fuck not to do. So how I balance it out is, I talk to my kids. I can't look at each other. Be good. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna work these hours. I'm gonna do that. And like I said, my dad been helping me a little bit too with babysitting, because he lived with me. Mm-hmm. So, I try to keep the negativity away to balance being a mother, going outside having fun,
No, I was just wondering because I see how people could probably do that with one or two, but you got 5 and 6 often at times in one home, and you still have all of this going on. Most people can't really separate the two because at some point one part will be lacking, and it's amazing how you can make that happen and this happen and still try to be positive. See, I personally don't know you, but the point of what I get off from what I see is that you're always trying to give off a positive of what you can do as a mother and what you try to show your kids. See, I don't know you personally. I don't get into what you do personally or what goes on with whatever messy or boyfriend shit because I'm also a lesbian, so I don't give a fuck about them. But I'm just saying, like, I don't see that type of person for you to be going through so much.
Right.
How do you handle it and balance it?
I really don't be knowing how I'm handling. Like I just be chewing that shit up. I don't know. I just. I don't know where I get the energy from. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. I just always got the mindset like you can do this. Like even I go through shit. Don't trust me. I go through stuff just like everybody else, but I just feel like I've been learning that as a woman. I keep people out of what I'm going through a little bit. I might post some shit on Facebook, like if I'm mad at my kids' dad, but it's a lot of personal shit I don't post on social media because I feel like it ain't their business. Because when you put shit on there, it's everybody's business. But I definitely go through my little broke times, my hard times, but I know how to make my shit look good. I know how if I'm broke, I'm gonna get on these little CNA apps. I'm gonna go park a bag somewhere. My kids ain't. I'm gonna feel the raindrops. My kids ain't feeling shit, and that's just always been my mind frame. They gonna always feel like I'm a rich bitch. Like my mama got it. Like they ain't gonna feel like man she broke or she gonna say she don't got it. Cause anytime they ask, I got it.
Understandable. And with that being said, I just really wanted y'all to get the real view of. Wait, no, I forgot. I almost fucking forgot, dog. And I always wanted to know this. Your fucking name.
Philondashea J.
What the fuck? What is all your what's all your
Y'all wanna know how I got my name?
I do, but what's all your other siblings' names? Does everybody else got weird ass names like this too?
Look, Kendrick, Christopher, Sydney, Devontae, Alize, Philondashea.
Okay, so what the
And
fuck?
I got my name because nope, my mama didn't name me. My daddy was cheating with a lady from Atlanta. Her name Philondashea, and my daddy gave me that lady name.
You fucking lying.
She my Facebook friend.
And your mama knew this and still let you be named Philondashea?
See, I don't know that part, but I know I'm named after this lady. Her Facebook name Philondashea.
So your daddy told you after your mama?
She told me too, like you named after me. The lady my Facebook friend.
Cause they got it because that name
Hers
is
just
so
feel like a little different from mine. I think hers like PHLU and some shit. Mine spelled way different, but it's the same name.
That shit is crazy. And Alize, where the fuck did Alize come from?
I guess he liked to drink Alize.
That's
her name Alize Monet.
Yeah, regular random ass people should not just be naming girls. Should not be naming girls. But I really wanted to know that because I am not gonna lie, since the moment I've known about you or know who you was, your name has been the funniest thing ever to me.
Damn.
No bullshit, because it's just like
that's why I'm like, call me Shay. It's easier.
Because when you say it, you gotta say it with the accent.
Philondashea.
Philondashea. Philondashea. You gonna have people coming to you now just want to say it like that because it gotta have a little accent. You can't just say it regular. Like Philondashea. Like you can't. You gotta put a little stank on it, and that's why not funny because like it's just how it sounds when you say it. So that has always tickled me. But going off of that again, I just really wanted to get to know like the real you, and now that I know you, I can honestly see that the assessments that everybody may have had of you are totally biased. Just I guess how you make them feel.
I feel like I'm gonna always get my own view of somebody. I don't go off what people say. Like I want to get my own view. You might be mad at this bitch about a nigga and telling me all different type of lies. I'm gonna get my view of you first before I make a decision if you somebody I can fuck with or not. You know, I'm not going off. I never been a follow the leader ass bitch. Like I get my own view of people. Like I'm me.
And that's what's up. And from here on out, I wanted to just all say like when people come, I was telling you before, like just because the name is placed under real pressure, I'm not gonna actually put you on pressure. It's just basically getting you out there. The pressure on is the people who feel like their opinion of you is.
It's like stop believing people. These hoes be mad at me for taking care of my kids. Every time my kid's birthday roll the fuck around, a fake page writing on my kids' post telling my son, oh, do they know this? Do they know? I'll put my kids up against any bitch kids. Ask these teachers as my Facebook friends. All my kids is always higher scholars. Like, I don't play about education. I don't play about none of that. Like, so it's like y'all be weird. They be mad at me for doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Or if they mad at me because they fucking my nigga or because they nigga like me. Who wouldn't like a bitch that get a bag or taking care of her kids and could cook? Niggas don't want noodles and hot dogs, but these niggas like whatever nowadays, so.
You so fucking irritating. And on that note, we gonna go. Y'all still stay tuned. Y'all always keep it up. Look out for another episode of Play from the Real Person. You never know who might come. You never know who might go. Go here and say bye until these folks get on the pod business like this.
Yeah. Y'all hoes could stay out of my business. Period.
And you heard what the fuck she said. In the words of my cousin Key Ho, don't leave me no bad reviews because you bitches started. Okay?